One. Hello, my name is Cyril Chan, and this is uh, my Laboratory 5 activity, the project, which is discrete time signal compression. So let's first look at the GUI. So the components of the GUI that I've made are the uh, label component, two axis components, two table components. It's to note that my tables, I in my tables, I've removed the column name and the row name. Two buttons, button components, and three rows of edit field numeric and the button. So there's another edit field numeric button, edit field numeric buttons. So next, let's look into the code that works with the GUI. So the parts of the code that I'll be talking about would be the ones inside the white area, which is the customizable part of the code. So firstly is the variables that I've set to be publicly accessible, which is the T and T2, which would represent the variables representing the uh, data in table 1 and table 2. Next is the methods, or the uh, I would like to use the term custom functions. So the only one here would be the quote-unquote main function, which is the signal compress function, which takes in the original signal and the compression factor. Firstly, it initiates a blank array for, since this will be where we will be inputting the output signal. Next is the array A, which would represent the uh, index for our original signal. So for every um, data in X, and for every uh, data in A, which would represent the index number of X, we take the modulo, which would represent whether the index is a um, factor of uh, the compression factor M. And if it is, which if it's equal to 0, we append the data. Next is the compression button, compress button, third row. So basically, original data, compression factor typed in, and then the signal compress function, which then would be displayed. The table data will be displayed on table 2, and the stem plot will be displayed on axis 2. Next is the add button. So we take in the typed in data, and then with the if else statement, where if the table 1 is empty, we initialize an empty table, and if there is data, we'll be using whatever's inside the table. So it basically appends the data, displays the data, and plots the data. Then the read Excel data, so it reads this specific Excel sheet in this specific sheet page. Display data, display plot. Then for the remove button, second row, we take in the quote unquote index value, then remove said value, remove the data in said index, then display and plot. Then for the clear data, same concept as the remove button, but we remove the entire table, then display and then plot. So next is a sample run of the application. So when we read Excel data, this is the data that's inside the uh, mentioned Excel. Now if we clear the data, we've cleared it. Next, let's try adding a value. Say a value of 30. Now we see we have a data of 30 here, data 30 here. Now if we were to add 30 in a blank table, now we've added 4 30s. Now if we were to remove uh, data number 6, index of 6, now it's removed. Now if we were to compress it, compress in factor of 3, so we would assume it will take on the values of 3rd, 6th, and 9th index. So 5, 1, and 10. So that's basically how my program works. And thank you for watching.